So let's say you just took a photo and right out of camera, it looks something like this. And once you edit it and you're ready to post, it looks something like this. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you were doing that amount of photo manipulation in your standard app, Lightroom and Photoshop, it would take you a while. Regardless of how proficient you were in knowing the tools, it would still take you a good amount of time because you would have to adjust the exposure, adjust the contrast, balance the shadows, balance the highlight, find a sky PNG, find some cloud PNGs, adjust the colors, adjust the curve, make a new layer, make sure everything blends correctly. Put that all together and then maybe you get a photo that you enjoy. But what if I told you that there is a program that can take your photo from looking like this to like this with just one click? Let's jump right on into it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Bobby Kawecki and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I do dope videos like this each and every single week on photo stuff, video stuff, how to edit, how to make your stuff look great. So if this is your first time, hit that subscribe button down below, that bell, all that good YouTube stuff, so you never miss out when a new video drops. So the app I was talking about, it's called Luminar 4, and it's something that I've been hearing rumblings about for a while now. I'm a through and through Adobe user, for better and for worse. There's definitely some things that I would change, but all in all, Adobe is pretty much the platform that I create most of my content, both video and photo on. But I recently saw a video over on Potato Jet's channel diving deep into Luminar 4, and I was so blown away. I just had to jump in and give it a try, and what I found was amazing. So without further ado, let's actually jump into Luminar 4 and let me show you exactly why I think this is such an awesome app. All right, so here we are in Luminar 4, and from the get-go, you could see that the interface is fairly similar to Lightroom, more or less. You've got all your functions here, right? You've got your temperature, your white balance, but then you get into something over here called Smart Contrast. And this is where it gets really interesting, because the thing that is most impressive about Luminar 4 is that if you go over here to AI Enhance, Luminar 4 will intelligently detect the parts of the photo that need to be adjusted to balance it right. So if we take the AI slider here and we just crank it up, automatically what that has done is in tandem balance the exposure, balance the contrast, balance the highlights. Awesome, great. That alone in Lightroom, in Photoshop, would have taken me about 5 minutes to really dial in. But here, it's balanced everything correctly. It's preserved the shadows and the highlights on these boats. It hasn't blown out the sun too much. It's kept a reflection on the water with one slide. But this sky, it looks pretty cool, but I think we could get a little better. Let's crank up the sky enhancer. Automatically better. The sun is saturated. Over here, we've got a lot more contrast within the clouds. We can see the clouds a little bit better. One slider. And this goes for portraits as well. So if we were editing a portrait, there are skin enhance features. There are features to do everything easily and simply. You can remove red eye, whitening, enhance the eyes, remove the dark circles, slim the face, saturate the lips. To do any of that in Photoshop would take forever. But here's the real kicker of why I think this app is so awesome. If we go over here to the Paint Palette tab, we have something that says AI Sky Replacement. If we go down here and we go Sky Selection, we have a whole bevy of different skies. Now, obviously, some of these will work better than others depending on when and how you shot your photo. So let's say we want Dramatic Sunset 1. Let it process, let it do its thing, let it sense. Huh? Just for some context here. That's what the original photo looked like, and that's what the new photo looked like, right? There you go. Are you kidding me? With one click? If I wanted to do this in Photoshop, I would have to A, completely pick a new sky, adjust the sun, get the cloud PNG, paint in here with blue, paint in here with teal, make sure all of that's good. One click this took. How cool. But let's say we want dramatic sunset, I don't know, 4. Let's see what 4 looks like. Yeah, that works too. Again, we've moved the sun over, we've done all of this. But it is not just the fact that it has replaced the sky, because there's apps that do that. What is so impressive is how it not only replaces the sky, but balances the light in the rest of the photo and perfectly blends it into the horizon. That, on face value, is impressive enough to make this a automatic purchase, right? But let's keep going. Let's say I like that first one just a little bit better. Back to here. Let's say we wanted to add some sun rays. Cool. All we gotta do is find the center of the sun, which here would be about there. Cool. And then we can just start painting in some sun rays, right? Some of these. And there you go. To do that in Photoshop or to do it in Lightroom, it would be much more complicated, much more complex. And here, one click. How cool. How awesome. More to the point, it comes preloaded with all different kinds of filters, LUTs, whatever you want to call them, for different types of settings. You've got warm sunset, you've got morning fog, mystic land, all cool. But let's say you just wanted to make a photo like this. What did this take me, 5 minutes? 5 minutes, maybe? Awesome, so cool. Love this to death. Now, there are some pros and cons of an app like this, right? On the one hand, super simple. Everything you'd want to know how to do, it does for you. And that is a huge pro if you're just starting out in photo editing, right? Anything you'd want, you have here, from the most basic of adjustments to more complicated stuff that is made easy for you. The con on that, and something I've heard from a lot of people, is that it takes the artistry out of it. And I do, to a certain degree, agree with that. It definitely takes a lot of your own agency out of the photo editing, but this is an awesome place to start and an awesome tool to have in the tool belt. Furthermore, on why I think this is an amazing program and something that I think I'm gonna buy and just have in the back pocket for whenever I need it, it's a Photoshop plugin, it's a Lightroom plugin. Meaning, I can open up an image in Photoshop, drop down, open this right up in Photoshop, apply it, save it, throw it back into Lightroom, adjust it there. It works pretty seamlessly, but not all the features transfer over. For example, if you're like me, if you're like anybody who edits photos on the internet, you definitely have your favorite photographer's presets, your friend's presets, your own presets, like the presets I use. Those can't be imported into here. But LUTs can, like LUTs for Premiere Pro can be imported in here. And I know you could do that in Photoshop, but dot preset files like XMP can't. I guess. Okay, cool. I feel like that's a pretty simple thing that you could just add. So on the whole, I don't know, 8.5 out of 10. This is so cool. This is so cool as someone who had to learn how to do all of this stuff by hand, to know that if I didn't know how to do this, if I was just starting out, A, it's super easy, and B, it's a great entry price point. I, again, love them or hate them. This subscription model with Adobe, it can be a lot, and especially now during these uncertain times. This is $100, and you can get it on sale if you get like a creator code. Like I said, I know Potato Jet had a link on his channel for a creator code. $70? $70, which is still a lot of money for a lot of people at a time like this. But that's $70 one time instead of $10 every month, and this is yours forever. Big fan of that. A little bit more so than a subscription model, but that's just me. All in all, I love Luminar 4. I think this has so much potential to help create so many cool photos and to give people the power to easily create photos that look awesome. Absolutely awesome. But I'd love to hear what you think down below. Let me know. What do you use to edit your photos? Are you on Photoshop? Are you on Lightroom? Are you on Luminar? Let me know down below, and until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you all again real soon.